out there, and I thank you for coming to my talk show, Tell It Like It Is. And I'm Morris Mann, your host. My co-host, Joe Spencer, has the evening off. As you notice, I'm in the newsroom today, and I'm going to do a special segment on health. And it's going to be a brief segment based on basically teaching you, or should I say, sharing some information that might keep you healthy or might get you healthy. Because most of us don't realize that 90% of the people in this country, we die from food-related illnesses, meaning that the stuff that we put in our mouths on a daily basis, regular basis, over a period of time, it kills us. And that's basically what happened to us. Here's an interesting fact. Animals in the wild do not have heart attacks. They don't clench their chest and fall over and die, but we do. Heart disease used to be the #1 killer, replaced by cancer, unfortunately, these days. Cancer used to be the #3 killer in the 60s. Now it's #1, which is an indication to me, and I'm sure you would agree, that what we're doing in this country apparently ain't working. You know, if we went from #3 to #1, the protocol for taking care of someone that's dealing with cancer is just not working. And it's unfortunate, but we as humans, we basically eat anything or everything. And that's why animals in the wild don't have heart attacks, because they eat what nature has intended for them to eat. Unfortunately, again, we eat everything and anything. And it's not totally our fault, because people that, or companies that sell food products, they will sell you whatever they can if you eat it. You know, it's about money. That's the bottom line. And unfortunately, you know, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart attacks, they're food-related illnesses. And I know that, you know, we can't eat 100% right, because we don't really sometimes know what to eat 100% to be healthy. But we've been conditioned in this country to just let the industries, the food industry, the FDA, kind of dictate what we eat, and we think it's okay because that's their job. But unfortunately, sometimes they drop the ball. And here's another example. I used to work at a grocery store when I was in my teenage years, and I used to stock this bread product called New Horizons. And there was a product, or should I say an ingredients in that particular bread, it was entitled Pulp of Wood. Most of us look at that and think, okay, it's probably just some type of extract from a food source or whatever, and we don't think twice. We're not trying to be biochemists or, you know, trying to be nutritionists. But we found out later that pulp of wood was actually sawdust. I repeat that, it was sawdust. They were putting sawdust in the bread, which was a filler. But when the FDA got wind of that, they was like, oh no, we can't have this. So they quickly snatched that product off the market. But you know, that's just one of many examples as far as things that we try to be aware of, or hope to try to be aware of, and unfortunately, you know, it get past us and we putting literally garbage in our systems. Prostate cancer is the #1 killer in young black males. And it's so unfortunate, because if we were just simply told when we were teenagers to take a handful of pumpkin seeds, and pumpkin seeds are very inexpensive, pop them in your mouth throughout, you know, your entire life, and your prostate won't really start to grow, because around age 45, 50, your prostate starts to grow because it's producing extra testosterone, and it makes it very difficult for us to urinate. You know, we get up 3-4 times in the middle of the night to urinate, or we're urinating throughout the entire day, and that's because the prostate is growing and it's pressing up against the urethra, which is not allowing the urine to flow through freely, and it bags up and it makes the bladder feel kind of like, you know, you want to go every 5 minutes. But that could be actually eliminated or reduced significantly if we were just simply told that. I honestly believe in my heart that we should have a mandatory health class in the grammar schools and the elementary schools to teach us to take care of our bodies. We've been taught to take care of our cars. Whenever we ride and we hear a thumping noise or a smell or whatever, we immediately or eventually or quickly, you know, get in touch with our mechanic to say, hey, I hear a noise or rattling sound, and could you take care of it? And we should have that same type of concern for our bodies, but we've been slightly conditioned to not worry about that. You know, we live in a country where we deal with stuff, or we've been conditioned to deal with it once it becomes a problem. Doctors see us once we get sick. In France, they want to see you so you don't get sick. But this country, they want you showing up sick, because a sick person / customer / patient is a lot of money to the medical industry. And the medical industry is a very booming business, because they have a lot of patients, sick people, and they want sick people to keep coming. They don't want you to be healthy and never show up, or just show up every year for checkups and you're okay. And that's kind of how they think here, unfortunately. So it's up to us to say, hey, I need to take more stock into my life and, make sure that I'm okay. Because, as a kid, I was taught by my parents to not smoke, and they explained to me why. It's very dangerous to your system. It will give you emphysema, cancer. It's expensive. Your breath smells. Your lips get black. You get nicotine stains on your hands, all that stuff. So I clearly stayed away from cigarettes. I really never smoked a cigarette in my life. Drinking, the same thing. I've occasionally, on occasions, I might have a cocktail to celebrate an event, but I don't drink, because drugs and liquor is toxic to the liver, and especially drugs. 100% of the drugs out there are toxic to the liver. So you want to only take them sparingly or when it's absolutely necessary. But these companies now, they put these commercials on TV. It's okay to call your doctor and say, I want to take that drug or try that drug. And as we all know now, we make jokes of it and fun of it, that the side effects are worse than the actual condition you're dealing with. Because some of the side effects is death. Some of the side effects is the feeling of wanting to commit suicide. And it's like, do I really want to take this and add to my problem? So, it's unfortunate that it is the way it is in this country. And hopefully it will get better over a period of time because of us, the consumers, are waking up and saying, hey, I need to take care of myself better. And I know to avoid these things because I know that they're not beneficial to my health. So basically, okay, I want to touch on these two items and then I'm going to sign off. One of them is toothpaste. And I challenge anybody out there today after watching this segment and say, hey, I'm going to check this out. Go in your bathroom, your medicine cabinet, and get your toothpaste out. Get a magnifying glass because you might need to see the fine print because it's very small. But I guarantee you that it's there unless you got organic toothpaste. It would read this: if you swallow this product, please call poison control. I repeat, if you swallow this product, please call poison control. Now you have to ask yourself, why would they sell me something that I'm supposed to put in my mouth, and if I accidentally swallow it, I got to call poison control? Because anything that you put in your mouth, whether you crunch it and swallow it or put it in your mouth and spit it out, and if it's been in there long enough, the residue gets down into the esophagus, which gets into your digestive system anyway. But the reason why they want you to call poison control, because there's an ingredient in toothpaste, and it goes by many different names because they want to confuse you and trip you up. But there's a product in toothpaste, an ingredient that's also in Decon Rat Killer. I kid you not. And that's the reason why they want you to call poison control if you swallow it. And most of us, hopefully, we brush our teeth more every day, at least once a day. So we get in this buildup of this residue of this product in our system. Now, a lot of these things won't kill you instantaneously. Like if you go in there and drink Drano, yeah, you're going to probably die today. But the majority of the stuff that we eat on a regular basis, it's not going to kill us today, but 10, 20, 15 years, keep doing it, by that time, it will kill us, So hopefully we can just, say, hey, it's time to take more stock in taking care of our bodies. And on that note, I'm going to sign off. And as always, I thank you for coming to my channel. Keep thinking.